ain't worth it. Talking crazy. I ain't gonna Corey Holcomb you, but don't, slow that down. Did you see the Corey Holcomb actual video of the assault from last year outside of the club?
No, I didn't.
With this woman that's a comedian who he downplayed her being a comedian. Said she's really like a drug dealer. She got that nose candy and stuff. Well, I saw the video. The video was just released. It's interesting how he got into the issue with Anton Daniels, and now they're releasing the video of the assault from 2025, and it doesn't look good. She says something to him, he says something to her. She's just barking and woofing and woofing. She says something again and again and again. He just stepped right up to her face and mushed her right in the face. Someone might think that it was not a mush to the face. And if anybody know what a mush is when you extend your hand towards someone's like forehead, and then when you make contact with the forehead is when you thrust forward. So there's not like a punch. You know how a punch has force from when you release the punch and the punch hits the target and it has the impact. That's the difference between a punch and a mush. A mush is when you extend your hand and once it makes contact, then you apply the push. So it's almost a shoving of the forehead. But it doesn't look good on video. It doesn't look good on video when a 225, between 225 and 65 pounds of a man, extends his hand with a woman who's obviously having a verbal confrontation with you. This was not a physical altercation, this was a verbal altercation. And then her man jumps on Corey, and Corey was able to finagle and finesse that and get the upper hand on the guy. And then it was like all totally broken up. And she's just woofing and barking and barking and woofing. This car is feeling great. And I'm not even pressing down on the accelerator heavy, you know? And I got up that hill so nicely. You might ask yourself, why are you on the West Side Highway going downtown and there's so much snow on the floor? Aren't the plows supposed to plow the floor? Well, here in New York City, they like to have people turn the camera to the right so they can see the ocean. If you can see the ocean here, oh look, the emergency spot is closed. Over to the right is the ocean. It's the, what's this called? What river is this called? This is the Henry Hudson River.
People walking.
Oh, look at the people walking.
They're so adventurous.
Right. So you can turn it back. So what happens is they try to discourage people from traveling on these days when there's issues with the weather. So what they do is they only skim the ground. They don't push the plow too low to the ground. They skim the ground, they lay down the salt, and you're in a situation where they don't want it to be like perfect. They want it to be where, yes, you can travel, but most entrances and exits, they barely plow. You're gonna need all-wheel drive just to get up some of these ramps and get down some of these ramps, because it's frowned upon in this city to move around freely. New York City is very, very, very controlled. And they don't want you on the roads. So here we go. We're on the West Side Highway South. Oh wow, look at the water, baby. You gotta point that towards the water. Come on. Point the camera towards the water and even zoom in a little bit. You can zoom in. And across that river is New Jersey. across the is New Jersey. And what's great about the West Side Highway is if you're stuck in major traffic, it's just so cool to look over to the right and to the left, and you got the water there. And if you're on the other side going uptown, you have the park there. It's a beautiful view. It's something that you will not. In other words, if you're stressed out, it's only because you're mad at yourself for not leaving earlier. Because you know that certain days, certain times, this road is going to be very, very congested, very hard to deal with, but it's all so beautiful. And I used to never travel on the FDR Drive South because it's just full of just horrible looking cars. All these cars on the FDR Drive South, they're like, they're all going to Brooklyn and to Queens, and they're coming from the Bronx. Whereas from here, most people are coming from Yonkers, Riverdale. They're coming from different areas, Westchester. So you see nothing but Mercedes-Benzes and Acuras and Bentleys and Rolls-Royces all driving down this road. And it's absolutely beautiful to drive down this road and be in traffic. And you're around such nicer cars. So I always would drive south here. It would take 10 minutes longer to get to the Brooklyn Bridge, but I didn't care. Or 10 minutes longer to get to somewhere else. I wound up having to cross town. And that's before the congestion prices. Now, if you drive anywhere below 61st Street, you're going to be paying, how much will you pay, love?
$13.50.
$13.50.
That's without Easy Pass.
Yeah, that's if you don't have Easy Pass.
And $9.50 if you have Easy Pass.
If you have Easy Pass, $9.50. If you want them to have control of you and more control of you, then it's $9.50. If you want to feel a little more freer, it's going to be $13.50. We paid the $13.50. We're fools like that. We're silly like that. We sometimes can get a bill of $500 a month to drive in and out of this city. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's against the Constitution.
Is it?
It is.
It's against the Constitution to charge people to travel. In other words. Right. Do you know which constitutional? Is it the Constitution or the Bill of Rights? Does the Constitution talk about free travel and I think what you're talking about is when they say charging like some sort of tax. They're saying you can't get by unless you pay me. And that's what they're doing here in New York. If you pass, you have to pay if you want to travel in these areas. And so many businesses are suffering. And so many businesses are struggling because people just stop coming down to Manhattan. There's so many eateries that people just like, I'm not going to pay the congested pricing. And then when you get here into the city, it's packed with cars because they've taken away so many lanes. They took away so many lanes that everywhere you turn is packed, and there's all these cabs, all these Ubers and Lyfts, and whatever these what are these rides when you ride together with somebody? Carpooling. All this carpooling going on. Ride share. Carpooling. So you just have an exuberant amount of that going on. And it's very frustrating. So if you're wondering why the streets does not seem to be that plowed, it's because there's a deterrent. They want your ass in the house watching Matt Damon and the other guy. What's his name? And their new movie they just did. I just saw it too. Did you hear about the movie with Matt Damon and what's the other guy that he did? His mother was working for CIA. They both got parents in the CIA. And they do all these espionage movies and all that kind of stuff. It's Ben Affleck.
Okay.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And then there's a scene where Ben Affleck takes off his shirt and he's like ripped. We're talking about 6-8 pack. Side muscles, just crazy. I was just thinking, like, why are they trying to play us? Like, this man's body is just like chiseled. And then the rest of the show, he has on like a t-shirt, and you can see he got a pot belly. Why are you trying to play us? This man ain't ripped. That was a body double. That was body double, airbrush, whatever it was. It wasn't his authentic self. And then his beard was just dyed so black. Like, dude, you're like 50 years old, and they're playing the roles of, like, 30-somethings. There wasn't enough Just for Men on your face, bro, to take away those crow's feet and the jaws. He had a beard, so you couldn't see the jaws, but I could see it. I was hating. West Side Highway, y'all. Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. I am here. Premium Black News. We are here. And thank you for showing up. Thank you for taking a look at some of the lives we've done today. We did the FDR Drive North. Now we're doing the West Side Highway South. What say you? Anybody in this chat?
Not right now.
All right. If you're just joining us, hit the thumbs up by pressing the screen twice.
Double tap.
Double tap that screen, y'all. And I want you to double tap the screen even if you're not watching the live and you're looking at this 17 years from now. You heard? This is January 25th, 2026. The ice storm. That's January 25th, 2026. So we've been told. Who am I to say it's not true?
It's about to be Aquarius season.
They've been telling me it's about to be Aquarius season for the last 20 years.
No, for the zodiac. We're leaving Scorpio. We're leaving Capricorn.
We're leaving Capricorn.
Into Aquarius.
Moving into the Aquarius.
Yes.
Well, when I watched that movie, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, they had at the end of the movie, Aquarius.
Talking about the age of Aquarius.
Oh, so the age of Aquarius is different than the Aquarius you just referred to?
Yes, I'm just talking about the zodiac time period.
What do you mean, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? You're talking about Monday. You're not talking about the weeks.
No. I'm talking about, zodiac. So,
Look at this person just walking the earth. Did you ever see the movie Pulp Fiction?
Oh, yeah.
And the guy was like, he said to Samuel Jackson, I'm just going to walk the earth.
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing?
pretty much. I'm from the desert, so it's only the second time I've seen this much snow. And I'm just chilling in it until eventually I'm gonna get tired of it.
Okay.
It's not, it's not the best weather, but it is what it is. I'm adjusted to it, and I don't know, I just don't want to, I got layers on. I'm not that cold, it's fine. So
Which way you headed?
why are you filming me?
Because you're so handsome, I can't stop myself.
Take care.
That's so weird.
Without my permission, that's weird. Well,